Hello, everyone. I'm Bobtheorc, and we're going to continue talking about the lessons of Miyamoto Musashi. This will be episode 8, and we're going to talk uh, about separation. So Musashi says, "Never let yourself be saddened by a separation." And there's some wisdom in this. Let's sit down the fire and let's talk about it. So, there's really two aspects of separation. There's the separation of objects, material possessions, and then there's the separation of people. And we're going to talk about both. So, first off, things come and go, right? And we shouldn't dwell on things. We can always get more things. Nothing lasts forever. As I mentioned earlier in the first video, I broke my monitor, one of my monitors that I use for my backdrop, and it sucks. And these things happen. I can always get another monitor, right? So I shouldn't be saddened by it. I'll make do. If we detach ourselves from material possessions and not dwell on them. It's not that stuff is bad, right? Having items, having objects that make our life better, right? Having things that make our life better is certainly useful, but we don't want to dwell on it too much because the objects in our life will come and go. I have my favorite I Love New York cup, and this is the second I Love New York cup that I have. I used to have another one, and it fell and broke, and it sucked, but I got another one, and I moved on. Now, the other aspect of this is people. People also come and go. Nobody lives forever. And losing people can be a lot harder to deal with than losing possessions. We're not as attached to possessions. And the possessions that we are strongly attached to often are there because they remind us of a person who we don't have anymore. One of my fondest possessions is a hat that my mom gave me when she was singing overseas. She came back from singing at the Sydney Opera House, and she brought me an Australian Outback hat. And I love that hat, and I wear it when I adventure in the wilderness, and it's a great hat. And every time I see that hat, it reminds me of my mom. My dad gave me a New York Yankees baseball cap. I wear it almost every day, and every time I wear it, I think of him. Fortunately, Dad's still around, and hopefully for a long time to come. So, the possessions that we feel strongly about are usually something that someone important gave us, and if we lose them, it sucks. But we still have that memory of the person within us, and that's where our focus should be. So, getting back to people, people don't live forever, and it's important that we enjoy the time that we have with the people that we care about. That way we don't have any regrets later. And I take it even a step further. Um, I've been trying, in recent years, I've been trying more and more to focus my time and energy on the people most important to me because I know that my time with them is limited, and I want to get as much enjoyment from that interaction as I can with what time that I have. And so I try not to waste much time with the people that are I try not to waste my time, in general. I try to focus on what's important. Um, the other thing is that when you are dealing with people, even people that don't matter to you, you should always treat them well. Treat people with respect. Even if they don't deserve respect, treat people with respect because it's the proper thing to do. And they may, they may become important to you later, but that doesn't really matter. You want to treat people well. And the big thing is, if you treat somebody badly, you may never have a chance to fix things if you mess up. You may never talk to them again, and you'll leave a permanent bad encounter with them. Or, they could die. I had a friend who died in a freak car accident, and it was terrible. Fortunately, I never said anything, terrible to him. But if I had, I would not have had a chance to fix things. And so I've always tried to live my life ever since I was old enough to understand this. Um, I think I first started reading about Musashi in about 8th grade, and so I've always tried to live my life as if every interaction with the person that I'm dealing with could be my last interaction. So I don't want to do anything improper. I don't want to say anything bad. I don't want to hurt their feelings or be mean because I may never have a chance to apologize. So that's why it's important to treat people well. And if you lose them, you don't want to be saddened. Uh, Looks like my fire went out. Let's go make another fire since it's lasting a little bit. There we go. There's another fire. This will last a little bit longer. These Warcraft fires don't last for very long. So one thing that's also really important is when you do lose somebody, instead of being saddened by the loss, remember the person who they were, remember those that you care about, and you want to honor their memory through your actions. For example, my mom was a very brave woman. She wasn't, she was fearless and ferocious, and she would pursue her opera career with a tremendous passion. And I admired that. And when she died, I took it upon myself, a piece of her, as a way to honor her memory, that I would pursue my life with passion, and that I would be fearless. I would show courage in the face of difficulty as I followed my path of my life. And I think that's the healthiest way to remember people, by honoring their memory with your actions. And you're still going to be a little bit sad, but don't dwell on it. Don't let yourself be engulfed by the sadness. Instead, just keep moving forward. Live your life as they would, in a way that would honor them, that would please them. And that's how you avoid sadness, I think. And remember, our memories of a person is really kind of their immortality. As Musashi has been dead for 500 years at least, and yet, through the memory of his teachings, he's immortalized. The people that you care about, your ancestors, as they pass on, tell their stories to your friends, to your children, to the next generation, and their memories will become immortalized as well. So, always move forward. That's the important lesson for today. I thank you for watching. I hope you liked the video. Please share it with your friends. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. And don't be assholes to each other, because you may not have a chance to apologize afterwards. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.